Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. I'm Carl here at carlstaceyguitartuiton, and today we're going to talk about these things right here, right? Guitar strings. We're going to talk about in specific Charlie and John's guitar strings, alright? So, first things first, I did a video on House 95 guitars recently, and now I'm doing one on Charlie and John's guitar strings. Neither company have ever asked me to do any videos or anything like that. I do these purely on my own accord because I love these companies and I love working with these companies, alright? So, today we're here to talk about Charlie and John's guitar strings and why I think that you should try them out and why I think they're actually really, really great. This is a company that I've been working with on an endorsement basis for most of this year so far. They got in touch with me at the end of last year, start of this year. We had a little bit of a chat, a little bit of back and forth. Long story short, I got a hold of some of the strings, tried them out. I was actually really surprised because I was a little bit like, I had quite a bit of hesitation at first because I've been a die-hard Elixir player for like 15 plus years at this point, so I've been really kind of just in the coated strings world for a really long time. I really love the way that they sound and feel, and obviously the longevity of them versus normal uncoated guitar strings as well. So I had a little bit of hesitation for that reason. I was like, I don't know how I feel about like playing strings that aren't coated, blah 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 blah. But the reason why I'm working with this company now, and the reason why I'm doing this video is because of how surprised and blown away I was in such a positive way at how good these strings actually are. They're the first uncoated strings that I've played and tried since playing Elixirs for 15 plus years. And I'm really glad that I did try them, and I'm really glad that they reached out to me to possibly work together as well. And I've been using them on all my main guitars ever since, like this one right here, right now. I currently have the 11 set on this. I'm trying out something a little bit different for kind of a little bit of a drop tuning. I used to use much thicker strings, but I was like, you know what, let me try something a little bit different. But anyways, that's not what this is about. The reason I was so blown away is because obviously you've got all your other companies, right? You've got Ernie Ball, you've got D'Addario, you've got Roto Sound, and etc. All of the kind of factory standard uncoated strings that you see in shops and things like that. They're the ones that you see the most, that are marketed the most, things like that. The ones that you usually start off with as well. I know that I tried a lot of D'Addario and Ernie Ball kind of early on in my guitar playing career. And then, like I say, soon after, switched to Elixirs, and I've been playing them ever since. But immediately when I put these strings on and started playing them for the first time, the first thing I noticed was the feel, right? Because a lot of uncoated guitar strings, to me, you can tell that they're uncoated, you can feel it, you can feel like some version of like a stickiness or like just something doesn't quite feel right to me when I play uncoated guitar strings, typically speaking. I don't like how like unglossy they feel on the fingers. I like the coated ones because of how glossy they feel on the fingers for me personally, and that's what I'm used to playing at this point. Didn't have that issue with these strings at all. Was the first kind of impression that I got when I first put them on, tuned it up, started playing, that sort of thing. And that was a bit like, that was the first moment where I was like, okay, cool, that's good news. And then generally speaking, I find a lot of those guitar strings lose the overall warmth and tone and things fairly quickly as well. Again, referring to uncoated guitar strings and the standard kind of box standard guitar strings. And after like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks of playing these strings, I realized that wasn't an issue either. But that's not an issue. They just sound really well rounded. They feel really nice to play, really smooth on the fingers. They don't die very quickly, like a lot of string companies and strings do. And obviously the main selling point and the main unique kind of selling point of Charlie and John's is the fact that they're handmade strings as well. I actually hadn't played, that I think of, to my knowledge, hand-strung guitar strings up until these ones. Have always been like mass-produced guitar strings, like I say, like Ernie Ball, like D'Addario, like Elixir. So it was my first kind of experience with that as well, and I can't quite put my finger on or kind of put it into words specifically exactly what that feels like or sounds like, but you really genuinely trust my opinion of someone that's been playing guitar for nearly 20 years and teaching for almost half of that. You really do feel and notice the difference when playing handmade guitar strings and Charlie and John strings in general. There's just something that just feels really nice about them, sounds really nice about them, and just they're definitely a guitar player's playing guitar strings, alright? They're made for guitar players through and through, absolutely. that's my general thoughts and opinions on them. That's why I decided to work with the company on an endorsement basis, and that's why I'm making this video right here, right now, because I feel like more people should be talking about them. And I just, yeah, really enjoy the strings in general, really enjoy working with the company. So that's just a little bit of insight into my thoughts and my opinions on the strings in general. I hope that you would check them out. The links are below, along with all the other links and things as usual. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, listening to me rant once again. I really appreciate it, as always. This is my House 95 Guitars Grace, and I'm going to play out this video right now. I've got my Charlie & John's 11 to 48 strings on this.